Candy Show, the rock and roll charm of the Town Heroes, and the beat of host drum Eastern Eagle. The Town Heroes are two adorably bearded boys from Mabu, Cape Breton. Those two guys sound like an entire full five-piece band. They're just an awesome sound that I really love, and they are so cute to look at. I like to make a candy sandwich with the two of them. Hey! Oh my God, you guys, that was fantastic.
Thank you, Andy.
I got to talk about this album. I know you're working on a new album, which we're going to talk about in a minute, but this is their first album, which is called The Town Heroes, Birds and Fear. And check out the cover. It is an homage to The Birds by Hitchcock. So what inspired that?
We just actually gave a friend a 2-4 to do the artwork, and that's what he came up with. Yeah, so
oh my God, you guys are so Nova Scotia! I love it. I love it. Yes. And come up with something that brilliant. So all the ladies want to know, are you guys single or attached?
I doubt they want to know that, but they got in bed with us, they'd be severely disappointed, that's for sure. So. Speak for yourself, Bruce, for God's sake.
If the music ever doesn't work out, like you guys have an act. You guys have an act to go on the road for sure. Don't I remember that you have a day job that's actually math-oriented?
Oh, well, I don't know. I cheated quite a few exams. So
Did
it's,
you?
yeah.
Tell us what that educational background is anyway.
It's power engineering, so I'm Homer Simpson at my job, right? Actually, I didn't have, like, high school physics, so I couldn't get into the course, so I got my friend Peter White, he's a comedian.
Yes, I know Peter.
He's really good at physics, so he did all my math for me, and I'm not even joking, he did all the math for me. So yeah.
Why did I write comedy tonight? I should have just rolled these guys out. Classical music is a big influence on metal. It was the first, heavy bass sound, and if you recall, Beethoven was considered obscene. Like ladies, proper ladies, weren't supposed to listen to Beethoven because it made them feel things in their nether regions. And that's exactly what metal does, right? It melts us down. And I think they're gonna just blow people away anyway. It's very entertaining. I know you do things a little differently than other people who are playing classical music out there. You bring this contemporary feel to it. You go places not everybody goes. Can you tell me a little bit about what that means and what inspired you all to do it?
Music is music. There's only 12 notes in the scale. So every piece of music, probably the only thing we can't do very well is hip-hop. We don't speak, but aside from that, so in that sense, we're a little different to most classical groups. We don't exclusively focus on Mozart and Beethoven.
I want to try to play the cello.
Let's do it.
I don't have any musical ability, but I am willing to try anything.
Let's see what kind of sound you can make. Just right between the black part here, the fingerboard, and what we call a bridge, because it looks like a bridge.
Okay.
Now let's see.
That's like a horror flick.
And?
Oh, that one vibrates on the hoo-hoo.
Now let me see if we can do something together. A great piece of music.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Orchid's Curse had to be on the Candy Show for one reason and one reason alone. This is going to be the 3 loudest minutes on Canadian primetime television, anywhere, anytime, anyhow. They're loud, they're fast, they're aggressive, and they are all things candy. Now listen, I'm watching you, and that is one high energy output, and I know you guys aren't like 19 anymore. And I'm thinking when I got my hip replaced, it was the most comical thing ever, because my surgeon said to me, Candy, I've replaced a lot of hips. I've never given this aftercare advice before, but because I know you, I'm saying this. You got to stay out of the mosh pit and start buying your tickets in the lower bowl. And if you're going to get drunk, do it at home so you don't fall down. Right? So how do you feel it's different from when you were 19 to now on your body?
Definitely.
Pumping out that kind of energy.
Absolutely.
We have a full stretch routine that we all have to do before
Really?
we play.
There's some like straight up like hangout yoga pre-show like.
Seriously.
I used to play with all of my clothes on, but because I sweat so bad now, I have to take them all off.
Yeah. Oh. What do you feel like the next day? Are you still hurting the next day?
Usually pretty sore.
I feel it's bad.
I feel especially in the neck area. But
I bet.
without stretching, it's like a week to 2 weeks of just sheer agony.
Just so you know, though, it's still rock and roll. We're drunk when we're stretching.
Oh, yeah.
I usually stretch like this.
Drunken yoga, right?
Stretch.
It's like.
Doesn't it make you, though, you know, what drew me to metal when I was young was the fact that I always felt like, you know, I was a little bit on the outside looking in. And, you know, there were all those, I don't know, yuppie smart kids listening to Flock of Seagulls and the Smiths and saying how smart they were. And metal to me said, you know, I'm a freak, you're a freak, let's just be on the outside together. And if they don't get it, we don't care. So is that the same feeling that you get, you know, because I'm out there looking in. I'm not a musician, I'm just somebody who's like a groupie of the music.
I think
when you guys play, what's the feeling? What's the motivation?
I think definitely it is, and I mean, music now is way more terrible than the Flock of Seagulls. Like, if you've turned on the radio, music now is shit.
Flock of Seagulls is good. I actually like Flock of Seagulls. Who's with me?
But yeah, music now is terrible. So I think like now music's pushed more into genres more than ever, and like the niche markets are what's supporting the music industry. It's no longer the bubblegum fluff of, you know, 10, 20, 30, 40 years ago. It's all a lot more holistic,
The industry's
I guess.
forcing people to like metal.
So how does a band like this get a record deal?
We get our lead singer to own our label.
Tell us the story. Tell us the story.
You take out a couple loans and a shitty MasterCard, and you
Put
sign
up
up
with
a
him being
bunch
an
of debt.
asshole for 6 months.
No, I yell at everybody about how we don't make money, and then it's a lot of fun. That's pretty much it. And then we just drink whiskey and laugh.
I'm going to ask you guys to make my dreams come true and sign my bedroom wall before you leave.
Thank you.
More than an honor.
You just made my day. That was like
just
the
made
loudest
ours.
3 minutes on the Candy Show. Free Sheet is going to be huge. They're going to be so big that they're not even going to remember who I am. So I feel I am getting in on the ground floor. No drum tracks, no pre-recorded stuff. What you hear, everything that you hear, they are creating in time on the stage. I asked them to be on the Candy Show. They had just done a huge tour of Taiwan, but got back just in time to be here with us. Fantastic, you guys. One of the things that I find so cool about y'all is that it, like, in a way, you're like the Village People. Like, it seems like no two of you, you know what I mean? No two of you are the same. You're an obvious metal man. I can feel that. So when did you come together as a band, and like, did you know it was right? Like boom, even though you're all like eclectically different.
We definitely knew it was right. 3 years ago, we formed as a band, as the unit we are now. We were actually doing it before. We had Vanessa and Eric aboard. And I knew about this guy, and I knew he was the best beatboxer in the country, maybe even the universe.
Yeah. I have one more question to ask, a little personal question. So I know that you two are a couple still? Or no? Not anymore. You heard it here first, folks. Okay, you know what? Fuck that question. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, thanks for watching The Candy Show, where tonight I wore my shit kicker boots, and it made me think of that great Canadian rocker and his great words of wisdom, Mr. Booth Scobern. Kick at the darkness till it bleeds daylight. Wherever you are, keep looking for your light, baby. Thanks for watching. Bye.